Hey everyone, it's Tiara. Today's video is a crab leg boil. So first we're going to preheat this oven to 400 and we are going to end up cooking it for 1 hour. So we're going to let that preheat. Here's the seasonings we're using. I'm going to link everything down below, or I'm going to attempt to link everything down below in the description box so you can find it. They come from various locations, but here's our crab legs. Today we have snow crab and there's king crab down at the bottom. You can't really see it. And then there's shrimp, there are eggs, and there are scallops in there. And it wasn't a huge boil. Normally I do much bigger than this, but this is how we're starting with the blend seasoning. I actually use this on like everything that I cook. So I just add it to this. It's not make it or break it. We have paprika. I prefer smoked paprika, but I was not at home, so I just use regular paprika. This is my first time trying it. It's a Red Lobster seasoning I actually got from Dollar Tree. So we're gonna see what it tastes like. And then this is Creole seasoning. Any type of Creole seasoning, anything that's spicy, the more you use, the spicier it'll be. I don't like spicy so much, so I don't use very much. And then nature seasoning. And then the lemon pepper seasoning, I do use this. It just helps with a little bit extra flavor with that lemon, getting that lemon flavor in there. But you know, all these seasonings are interchangeable. You can switch them out depending on what you feel like at that time. And then parsley. I just always have to have parsley in everything. So definitely parsley. And I do miss it if it's not there. And then Old Bay seasoning, because you just need some of that seafood seasoning. I don't necessarily particularly like Old Bay, but I do like to include some in my crab legs. But I definitely can't use that as the only seasoning. And then some more garlic, because you can never have too much garlic. Never. Like sometimes I'll even add fresh cut garlic in here, but I didn't have any today. And then since I wasn't at home, this is only black pepper I had on hand, so I had to crack it myself. But normally I would just use regular black pepper. It doesn't have to be fancy with cracked pepper. Again, typically I'd use a real lemon and I'd cut it into slices and put the slices down inside there and on top of there. But since I didn't have a real lemon, I went ahead and just used some lemon juice. Just give that flavor. And then I can't live without this garlic butter. This butter is pretty expensive, so you don't want to use too much of it. Maybe like a third to a half of the container. Maybe a third of the container. And just kind of scoop it around. Just like I said, it is expensive. And I did end up using that entire container, not on the crab legs, but for all of the different foods that we made with this boil, which was corn on the cob, mashed potatoes, and then we made some other foods for the people that don't eat seafood. And then country crock to help make that butter go further. So a lot of times you'll use a third to a half of this container also. And this is the big, huge container from Sam's Club. And maybe about a fourth, because this wasn't a huge pan of crab legs. It was 2 bags of snow crabs, a bag of king crab, a big bag of shrimp, and a big bag of scallops, all from Sam's Club. So you're just going to supplement that butter using that margarine. It gives it a little bit different flavor and makes it go further. And we're going to put the lid on it. See, we don't need an oven bag. We don't have to do any work, and we just stick it in the oven, 400 degrees for 1 hour. It really doesn't even take that long, but I just do it that long. So take the top off and you can see all the seasonings there. So you just kind of mix it up because all the juice is going to be at the bottom. You did not need to add water and boil out the flavor. All that buttery goodness, herby juice is down at the bottom. So just mix it up, spin it around, and you can see I'm trying to pull out the pieces so you can see what's down there, because there's the king crab. You can see the eggs in there. And then another piece of king crab. And then I was trying to show you the scallops and the shrimp. So there's some scallops I found down at the bottom. And that is everything. So yeah, don't boil out the flavor. Just do it in there. Then you also have the butter for dipping if you want. And you can make this however you want. Thanks for watching, guys.